Liz Crosby here with another yoga flow. Today we're going over Venus, second planetary body from the sun, the hottest and also the brightest in the night sky after the moon, thus the name morning star, evening star. This planet is associated with love and beauty and the divine feminine. The very glyph for this planet is two symbols, a circle, which is symbolic for the mind or spirit, and a cross. And the cross is symbolic for the material realm or the elements, earth, air, fire, water. And as yogis, we rearrange the elements or the gunas in order to make space for spirit in our sphere of existence so that we can allocate energy into the central axis, the Sushumna channel, and ascend. Because of course, the Venus, the divine feminine, wants to experience divine love. The lovers are within, so I do still have hope for the twin flame dynamic for sure, but do remember that you want to connect to the twin flame within yourself first. And so the twin flames are the two snakes weaving up the caduceus, the masculine and the feminine aspects. We'll get into the masculine with Mars, but we're focusing on the feminine, Ida, when we talk about Venus. And of course, it's all about holding space for the air. So Venus is associated with heart chakra. And I just did a series on the zodiac signs, and the two zodiac signs that Venus rules are Taurus and Libra. Makes perfect sense, right? Taurus loves luxury and sensuality. So Venus is associated with material possessions, and Libra is all about relationships. So as we improve upon our internal relationship with ourselves and we're able to conduct more Kundalini energy, this improves our relationship with all beings that we interact with in our external reality. So excited to talk about Venus even more as we go through the sequence, because so many things, they just feel so amazing that they're really beyond words. So let's get flowing. Today for practice, you'll need a strap, and you can get resourceful. Feel free to use a belt or a dog leash. Avoid maybe flimsy scarves. So we want it to be durable, whatever you are using. But I think that we should all be able to resourcefully get our hands on something like a strap for today's practice. And again, it will be really quite delicious whether you have an overhead grip or not. So highly recommend. And we'll get started in child's pose. You can bring the knees together or far out wide. Recline down. Allow the brow to rest on the mat. Close the eyes. Just completely surrendering to Mother Earth. And begin to connect to your breath. Everyone take a nice deep inhalation in through the nose. Pausing at the very top. Exhale, side out the mouth like you're fogging up a mirror. Pause at the bottom. Again, inhale deeply through the nose. Connecting to this inner space cosmonaut, pausing at the very top. Feel the breath as it flows through the cardiovascular system. Exhale, side up the mouth, let it go. Pausing at the bottom, meditating on all four parts of the breath cycle. Once more, inhale deeply through the nose. Lungs expanding in every direction, pausing at the very top. Kumbhaka, retention. Exhale, side out the mouth, make a sound. Pausing at the bottom. Seal the lips, begin to breathe in and out through the nose. Constricting the back of the throat just slightly so you can hear and feel the breath. Activate your Ujjayi, Proud Conqueror's breath. And then begin to walk the hands over to the right. As far over to the right as you can. Left hand can come on top of the right hand. Root down through your left seat. Breathe into your left side body. back through to center. Walk the hands over to your left. Right hand can come on top of the left hand. Root down through your right sit bone. Breathe into your right side body. And again, it should always feel good. Always moving into new space in such a way that feels absolutely blissful. This is more of the Taurus aspect of Venus. Back through the center. And then rolling the spine up through to tabletop pose. Ground down through your palms and your shins. Inhale as you melt the heart forward and up. Thumbs reach up, gaze up. And exhale to round the spine, gaze at navel. Inhale as you pull the chest forward and up. Exhale to round. When you're ready, take it into your bear pose. Hips circle, shoulder circles, whatever feels good in the spine. When you're ready, puppy dog pose. Walk the knees back, walk the hands forward, melt the heart down towards the mat. Re-extend the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Breathe into your thoracic spine. Maybe forehead to mat, maybe chin to mat, maybe the whole chest reaches the ground. If you'd like, you can tuck your toes, press down through the big toe mounds and lift the knees up. Maybe rebending in the knees, set the knees back down onto the yoga mat. Bend in the knees and draw your heels towards your seat. Reach back with the hands for your shins. Optional. This one, it looks really intimidating at first, but it feels so amazing. A great way to start the practice and really open up anahata or chakra. Gently release when you're complete. Back into your puppy dog. And then roll it forward into your Sphinx pose. Hips to mat, elbows stacking underneath, shoulders broaden across the collarbones. Drop right ear towards right shoulder. Let chin move through chest, lift your left shoulder. Breathe into your cervical spine. And then while we're here, pause back through the center. Press down through the bridges of the feet and lift the hips up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and extend the arms forward, palms facing towards one another. Lift everything up and swim here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cactus the arms, press down through the fingertips, lift your chest up. Drop right shoulder, gaze over your left. Inhale through center, exhaling to twist. Drop left shoulder, gaze over the right. Inhale through center and exhaling to twist. Now, all of us have feminine energy in us. And I was doing a lot of research, of course, as I do for all of the planets or whatever series I'm working on. Backward to center as you inhale. And exhale to slowly lower back down. Hands come behind the back, interlace, press palms together, massage your sacrum with your knuckles. And now reach the hands back behind. Straighten the arms, spiral your thighs towards the ceiling. And when I was researching Venus, they kept saying that if you are a heterosexual male, then Venus represents the females that you attract into your life. Of course, releasing the interlace, hands underneath the shoulders. Add circle the arms, press up, lift up, wrap elbows and shoulders back, puff chest and broaden across the collarbones. But as yogis, we are cultivating the feminine aspect within ourselves so that we can harness energy up the central axis, the chakra system. Tuck the toes, hips rise up and back, downward facing dog pose, walk it out. Bending one knee and then the other. Allow the hips to shift from side to side. Breathing into the calves, the hamstrings, and the lower back. And right away, walk the hands back to the feet. Arrive on a forward fold to the back of the mat. Allow for a liberal bend in the knees, grab opposite elbows, shake the head yes and shake the head no. Release in your cervical spine. And for women too, and homosexual males as well, I highly recommend understanding the feminine aspect as it is exemplified by each of the signs. Right hand plant, bend the right knee, sweep left arm up, twist the spine open. Maybe half bind. Left hand reaches back for the right thigh. Maybe full bind if it's a part of your practice. And then gently release. Switch. Left hand plants, bend left knee, sweep right arm up, twist the spine open. Right hand can reach back for your left thigh, left arm can thread through for the full bind. And wherever your Venus is, whichever planetary or signs it falls in, gently release. Inhale as you feel the chest forward, find some length, arch your spine. That might be your proclivity and your way into finding your divine feminine. Start to walk it back out on your fingertips and then flatten the palms. Lift your heels up and tiptoe the feet forward to the front of the mat. Arriving in a forward fold, allow for a little bend in the knees if you still need it. Inhale as you peel the chest forward, find length, arch spine, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale the forward fold. Ground down, lift up both arms, sweep up into Asana Tadasana. Now side bend, you can interlace the fingers, side bend to the right, jut the left hip out to the left. Beginning with some side bends first to prepare the spine for a back bend. Inhale as you rise, core engaged. Now side bend to the left, jump the right hip out to the right, roll your left shoulder forward, core stays engaged. Inhale as you rise, cactus the arms, take a slight back bend. Again, keep the core engaged. Inhale as you rise, chair pose, bending in the knees. Squeeze the ankles and the knees together. Draw the floating ribs together, relax the shoulders. Shift weight forward into the big toe mounds and lift your heels up. Slowly lower it down. Knees open wide, reach your arms straight through, and gently take a seat. Float your feet. Knees can stay bent or straighten through the legs. So I do want to get to some big back bends today. So we're going to skip sun salutations and do core work instead. Inhale as you slowly lower. Exhales to lift. Inhales to slowly lower. Exhales to lift. Once more lower and hold. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift. Soles of the feet come together, knees out wide, hands underneath feet, press elbows into your inner thighs. And we really do have the time to investigate each of the different signs and their adaptation to the divine feminine as Venus moves through each sign in about 4 to 5 weeks. Deep breaths into your lower back. Again, whether it's retrograde or direct, we're getting beamed down by that energy. Rolling the spine back up through the seat. Draw your knees in. Feet wide, hands behind hips. Press up, lift up. Malasana squat, elbows inner thighs. Press the elbows into the inner thighs. Moving through a vinyasa. We're getting in an early arm balance, potentially a headstand, so that we can start to work with the upper half. Right, so this is the hottest planet because we do have to get hot to open up the heart space. So when you're ready, knees come high up and in towards the armpits. Knee weight forward, lift one or both feet up, Bakasana crow pose. Maybe slowly lower, bending deeply into the elbows. Tuck the chin, crown to ground, press it up, lift it up. Rise up into your Shirshasana A. And find that again, activation, the neck also associated with Venus. And the face, see if you can relax the face muscles. Knees come high up and in towards the armpits. Press it up, lift it up back into your Bakasana, crow pose. Gaze forward, shoot the head forward as you shoot the feet back. Land with bent elbows, forelimb staff. Vinyasa, inhale into your Urdhva Mukha, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, roll over the toes. Hips rise up and back. Downward facing dog pose. Right leg extends as you inhale, yogis. Exhale, knee to nose. Round and upper spine, come forward into your plank pose. Gently step the right foot between the palms. Inhale as you rise.
High crescent pose. Both arms sweep up. Little bend in the left knee is fine. Keep the hips neutral. Now cactus the arms. Broaden across the collarbones. Left arm comes underneath the right arm. Press the elbows together, press the hands together. Find some extension, maybe a slight back bend. Now shift weight forward into the right foot. Press up, lift up, float the left leg up. All right, tricky transition. Try to kick the left leg out to the left as you upright the spine. Left leg comes up and over the right. Go for the double wrap if you can. Bend a little bit deeper into the right knee. Maybe hook the elbows up and over your left knee. Lengthening the spine and now the pelvic bowl. Breathe into your lower back. Venus is also associated with the diamond, of course. Root to rise. Not only release the left foot, sweep it back again, kick it out to the side if you can. Warrior 3 with eagle arms. Dive the eagle arms to the mat. Standing splits or supported warrior 3. Now, of course, again, to express our love for the other and to engage in marriage, we gift the diamond to another person, right? Draw your left knee behind your right shin. Actually set the left shin down to the ground. Take a seat. Right hand behind your sacrum, left arm extends. You can also, again, if you need to, keep the left leg straight, no worries. Left elbow outer edge of the right knee for a navel as you twist. Gaze is over the right shoulder, bringing the spine out of toxins. But alchemically, internally, as yogis practicing expansion, we are literally embodying these striated surfaces of a diamond, right, to reactivate the crystalline structure of our energetic body associated with heart chakra. Gently release. Counter twist to your left. Beautiful work, yogis. When you're ready, press it up, lift it up, moving back in your standing splits, pressing down through the right foot, left leg sweeps up. Optional, you can if you want to, hands plant, lean weight into your new foundation, right heel lifts, push the floor away, plug the femur head bone into the hip socket as you hop, connect the legs together at the top. One straight up and down handstand just to warm up the spine before we bend, and then slowly lower right foot. Can you toe tap the right wrist? Again, feel free to skip, but meet me in a warrior 1 stance. Left foot swings down to your 45. So the outer edge down with the inner edge up. Inhale, rise up, both arms sweep up. Neutral hips. Right hip drives back as left hip drives forward. Lift frontal hip points, draw floating ribs together. Relax the shoulders down the back. And exhale, hands come behind the back, interlace, broaden across the collarbones as you inhale. Exhale, hinge from hips. Lead with heart as the right shoulder passes the right knee, then begin to round. Lengthen the whole spine up and out of the pelvic bowl. Breathe into your lower back. Grounding down to lift up. Roll the spine up, both arms, sweep up, warrior 1. And open it out, warrior 2. Adjust the stance. Heel to arch alignment, relax the shoulders. Re-extend energetically up your fingertips. Flip the right palm, reverse your warrior. Left hand thigh or calf lengthen through the right side body. Breathe into your right side body. Inhale as you rise. Right elbow, right thigh, left arm extends forward. Left hand can reach back behind for your right thigh, half bind. Right hand to the instep of the right foot. There is a full bind. Full binders, if you would like to, take flight. Left foot steps forward. Press up, lift up, root to rise. Gazing at a single point of focus, your drishti. Straight through standing, then straight through lifting. Send in breath. Send in Ujjayi. And then slowly lowerwards, pressing down through the right foot. Shift weight forward into crown. Bound half moon pose on your way back. And then step it way back. Release the bind. Inhale, rise. Straighten through the right leg as you rise. Heel toe the left foot forward, shorten the stance. Deepen in right hip crease, extend right arm forward, reach. Right hand falls to ankle, shin floor. Left arm extends up, wrap right, sit bone underneath. Roll your left shoulder back. Left hand comes down to the mat. Scoot the left foot forward into the left. Hands frame your right foot, lift up onto fingertips. Straighten through both your arms. Pull the right femur hip bone into the right hip socket. See if you can float the right foot off of the mat. Just an inch. And set. The right foot back down. Walk the hands to the right. Lengthen the spine up and down the pelvic bowl. Breathe into your lower back. Left hand plants. Outer edge of the right foot. Right hand to your sacrum. Stabilize your pelvic bowl and roll the right shoulder back. Maybe right arm extends up and twist. From the navel into twist. Gazes at the right fingertips. Now gently bending in the right knee. Lean weight forward, press up, lift up, float the left leg up. Maybe bend left knee, reach back with the right hand for your left foot. Kick foot into hand, slingshot heart forward towards the front of the room. Gently release if you have Chalasana. Re-extend the left leg back. Right hand to mat, roll your left hip to stack, left arm extends up, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Maybe bending in the left knee. Reach back with the left hand for your left foot. Kick the foot into the hand and slingshot the heart forward towards the front of the room. Beautiful work, yogis. Gently releasing Shavasana if you have it. Re-extend the left leg back. Both hands to mat, standing splits. Enjoy the hamstring stretch. We are going to make our way back into high crescent. Those of you that want it, hands plant. Lean weight into your new foundation. Maybe connect the legs together at the top. Optional, hollow back. You can bend the right knee and extend the left leg back for your hollow back variation. Maybe pull the gaze through. Jalandhara Bandha Chinlock. And slowly lower right foot to toe tap right wrist. Left foot steps way back. Inhale as you rise, high crescent pose, both arms sweep up. Arms open out to a T. Twist to your right. Right hand reaches towards left thigh, extend left arm towards the sky. Lengthen through the left side body, breathe into the left side body. Maybe a slight back bend. Windmill the left hand to the instep of the right foot. Right arm sweeps up. Open hearted crescent. Rotate onto the outer edges of both feet. Right hand can come to the right knee as you let that left hip dip. Deep Ujjayi breaths. Breathe into the IT band, intercostals. The whole side body opening up to receive here. Now lifting it back up again. Press up, lift up. You can, if you need to, lower a knee, lower a forearm. Maybe slide right foot on top of the left. Push the floor away. You can even bend in your legs like in chair pose. Find the whole sole of your left foot connecting and then work to straighten. Maybe float a tree. Maybe right foot steps back behind. Press down through both feet. Lift the hips up for your wild thing. Roll it back into downward facing. Vinyasa.
vinyasa if it's pleasing. Lift the heels, bend the knees, roll the spine forward into your plank pose as you inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, hug those elbows in. Inhale into Urdhva Mukha, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, roll over the toes, hips rise up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now notice the difference between sides. The energy flowing through the newly opened channels. And maybe some of those blockages on the other side that we haven't yet infiltrated. Inhale as the left leg extends up and back. Push out through the heel. Exhale, knee to nose. Round and upper spine, gently step the left foot between the palms. Inhale as you rise, high crescent pose, both arms sweep up. Get a little bend in the right knee is fine. Maintain neutrality in the hips. Now cactus the arms, broaden across the collarbones. Right arm underneath left. Press the elbows together, press the hands together. Find some extension, maybe just a slight back bend. Pinch the heart forward. Press up, lift up. Float the right leg up, spiral inner right thigh towards the ceiling, push out through the heel, reach out through crown. Now, as we come to rise, kick the right leg out to the right. So kind of beautifying our practice. Right leg comes up and over the left. Go for the double wrap if you can. Bend a little bit deeper into your left knee. Maybe hook the elbows up and over the right knee. Lengthening the spine up and out of the pelvic bowl. Breathe into your lower back. Right, in our endeavor to share more life force energy, more spirit with our sphere, some of our transitions start to take on very dance-like quality. Start to rise it back up again, engaging the back of the core. Release the right foot and sweep it back out to the side, back behind. Dive the eagle arms to the mat. Release, standing splits. Breathe into the left hamstrings. Extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. Again, support a warrior three is fine. Just go as far as feels comfortable. Draw the right knee behind your left shin and set the right shin down. Again, right leg can stay straight if that's more comfortable. Left hand behind the sacrum. Right arm extends up. Exhale, right elbow outwards of left knee. As you twist, just a fun factoid that I discovered in my research. So Venus comes from Cyprus, and Cyprus actually means copper. So in Latin, cuprum is derived from kyprum in Greek. And again, this is where there is a bountiful amount of naturally occurring copper. And of course, the element of Venus in alchemy is copper. Just cool little factoids. I love how it all weaves together. Gently release and counter twist to the right. And we know the color of copper is a metallic orangish bronze color, but it actually turns green over time, right? The Statue of Liberty is copper plated and it turned green. So also back to heart chakra, which is green. Back through to center, pressing down through the left foot, sweep the right leg up and back, standing splits. Again, you can just step the right foot back or hands plant. Knock out that straight up and down. Middle fingers in line, thumbs in line. Push the floor away. Anchor in. You can pause in your warrior three and then connect the left leg to meet the right. Squeeze the legs together at the top. Draw the floating ribs together and in. And magnetize sternum and pubic bone towards one another. You can flex point or point to reach out through the balls of the feet. Slowly lower. Left foot can toe tap your left wrist. And then gently step the right foot way back. Everyone meet me with a warrior one stance.
Still the outer edge of the right foot down, lift the inner arch up. Inhale as you rise up, both arms sweep up, warrior one. Right hip drives forward as left hip drives back. Lift the frontal hip points up, draw the floating ribs together, and relax the shoulders down the back. Hands come behind the back, interlace. Broaden across the collarbones as you inhale. Exhale, hinge from hips, lead with heart as left shoulder passes left knee. Then begin to round, lengthen the whole spine up and out of the pelvic bowl. Breathe into your lower back. Beautiful work, yogis. Grounding down to lift up. Roll the spine up. Both arms sweep up. Open it out, warrior two. Right, expanding into all of our space in our sphere of existence. Flip the left palm. Reverse your warrior. Right hand to thigh or calf. Lengthen through the left side body. Breathe into your left side body. Inhale as you rise. Left elbow, left thigh. Right arm extends forward. Maybe right hand reaches back for your left thigh. Left hand to the instep of the left foot. Left hand can thread underneath for the full bind. Full binders. Maybe take flight. Right foot steps forward. Press up, lift up, root to rise. So again, find your comfortability. You don't need to take bird of paradise today. It's not a part of your practice yet, no worries. We are continually drawing ever more complex sacred geometric form with our bodies in space. Slowly lower birds, pressing down through the left foot. Lean weight forward into crown, right leg extends back, round half moon pose on your way back. Again, send that breath in, so the Libra aspect is represented. And ironically, we need to balance, right, to be able to hold this space, but not coincidentally. Gently bend the left knee. Step the right foot way back. Release the bind. Rise, warrior two. Straighten through left leg as you rise. Heel to right foot forward, shorten the stance. Deepen in the left hip crease. Extend the left arm forward an inch. Left hand to ankle shin floor. Right arm extends up, twist the spine open. Gaze is at the right fingertips. Deep Ujjayi breaths. Both hands come down to mat. And scoot the right foot forward and to the right. Lift up onto fingertips. Straighten through both the arms. Plug the left femur hip bone into the left hip socket. See if you can float the left foot off of the mat. This is where I think that during Venus retrogrades, sometimes a lot of couples have a hard time. Again, both couples need to be helping the other gently set the left foot down in their endeavor to expand consciousness in their sphere. Otherwise, those inhibitors and those blockages are going to come to the forefront. Walk the hands to the left. Right hand can plant outer edge of the left foot. Left hand to the sacrum. And roll the left shoulder back. Maybe left arm extends up and twist. You can see too why the feminine aspect is important, not just for the female yogini, but for our dudes out there too, right? When you have a certain amount of flexibility, you're able to reach out and touch yourself in unique spaces that otherwise you wouldn't be able to access with the oxygenated blood flow. Gently bend the left knee, lean way forward, press up, lift up, root to rise up. Parvrita Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe bend the right knee, reach back with the left hand for the right foot, kick the foot into the hand, slingshot your heart forward towards the front of the room. Sending breath, life force energy into that space as you excavate. And then gently release, re-extend the right leg back, switch left hand to mat, roll the right hip to stack, right arm extends up, half moon pose. And you can stay here working the straight line, which is inherently a little bit more masculine. Build the infrastructure, maybe bend the right knee, reach back with the right hand for the right foot, kick the foot into the hand and slingshot the heart forward towards the front of the room. A couple more deep Ujjayi breaths here. Again, adopt Mother Nature's pace. We're gradually expanding into new space. Gently release both hands to mat. Standing splits, re-extend the right heel. Breathe into your left hamstrings. And you can just step the right foot back or hands plant. Middle fingers in line, thumbs in line. Lean weight into your new foundation. Press the floor away. Make your way. Maybe straight up and down, or if you'd like, you can bend the left knee, reach the right foot back. Maybe pull the gaze through for a little bit of a Jandar Bandha chin lock. Hollow back, warming up the heart space for a deeper excavation later in the sequence. Then slowly lower, left foot can toe tap. Left wrist, right foot steps way back. Inhale, rise. Everyone meet me in the high crescent. Little bend in right knee is fine. Open the arms out to a T. Twist to your left. Reach the left hand towards your right thigh. Extend the right arm up towards the sky. Lengthen through the whole right side body. Maybe a slight back bend if it's calling in. Windmill the right hand, instep of the left foot. Left arm sweeps up, twist it open. Now rotate onto the outer edges of both feet and let that right hip dip. Give into that Taurus energy. Let yourself just melt for a little bit. Right, like Ferdinand in the field. And just enjoy. Right, I think that sometimes the shadow aspects of the various signs and planets can be seen as positives. So sometimes people with Venus dominant in their natal chart, that can lend itself towards sex addiction, gluttony, obsession with food, right? But these are all things that we can transmute into our practice, right? We can transform that energy into a very rigorous appetite for our karmas, right? And then we can become experts, like the Libra too, is so good at perfecting their ability to taste, right? They're such confectioners. Start to lift it back up again. You can, again, taste the exquisite sense and all of the things, all of the senses, picking up and retrieving all of the information regarding the karmas as we are expanding and illuminating new space. Then you can bend in the knees. You can bring the whole sole of the foot down to the floor in your side plank. Maybe float a tree. Maybe left foot steps back behind. Press down through both feet. Lift the hips up. Wild thing. You can feel free to take forearm wild thing or skip it. Roll it back into your downward facing. Vinyasa if it's pleasing. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Roll the spine forward into your plank pose. As you inhale, exhale, lower through Chaturanga. Inhale to your Urdhva Mukha, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, hips rise up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog pose. From downward facing dog. Right leg extends up and back as you inhale. And just for fun, if you want to, you can just step the right foot through. But again, I'm thinking about those back bends coming up shortly. You can bend in the left knee, coil up some potential energy in your left leg. And find your handstand again, find the warrior three first, and then switch. Connect at the top, slowly lower right foot down, maybe toe tap. Stepping the right foot between the palms, left foot steps way back. Inhale, rise, high crescent pose, both arms sweep up. All right, pressing down through the right foot, root to rise, draw your left knee into your chest, kind of stand. And just to get all of these angles, right hand to right hip, Left peace sign fingers and thumb, catch left big toe. Extend the left leg forward. Now open left leg out to the left, maybe grow a tree branch. Optional, you can hinge at the hips, slowly lower that left foot down to meet the right. Rise it back up again. Back through the center, right hand reaches across, catch outer edge of knee or outer edge of foot, put your left hand back and twist. From navel as you twist. Back through the center. Interlace fingers around that sole of the foot. Maybe slowly lower it down, pistol squatters. And while you're down there, grab that strap. Root to rise. Utthita Prayustasana. Now release the foot, hands to hips and grow branches here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep the left leg back, but stay standing upright. Bend your left knee towards your left seat. Take your strap, small loop in the strap. Place the strap, loop around the left foot, and then strap comes up and over your left shoulder. We're moving into the Royal Dancer yogis. I absolutely love using a strap for Royal Dancer. Even though I have an overhead grip, it's still really nice to use the strap. So, main thing here is you want to actually kick the foot into the strap. And then as you kick, let it pull your hands back. Deep Ujjayi breaths. And then start to walk the hands down the strap. So now we're actually physically embodying a cyclical pattern of energy. And as you embody this cyclical pattern, this standing still wave, see if you can move the energy directly into the heart space, specifically the thoracic spine. Take a few moments, dive in, then walk the hands down the strap a little bit more. Really so delicious. I love using the strap. It's a really momentous occasion when you do get to the buckle the first time. And then walk the hands down to the foot. Gently release. Whew. Release the strap. For future use, standing splits. We extend the left heel, breathe into the right hamstrings. And again, you can just step the left foot back, or handstanders, take it up. This time, we've done a straight up and down, a hollow back, maybe. Right foot comes on top of the left thigh, figure 4, work an assisted scorpion sting. See if you can brush your hair with your toes. Or maybe even see your foot. And then gently release. Right foot steps between the palms. And left foot steps way back. All right, left knee lowers. And walk the hands up onto your right thigh. Again, have the strap near on standby. Interlace fingers in the right thigh. Straighten through the arms and push the thigh away. Now, find your core, find your pelvic floor, and let the hips dip. Deep Ujjayi breaths. Right forearm to your right thigh. Bending in the left knee. Reach the left hand back for your left foot. Press the heel towards the seat. This is where that strap comes in handy. Placing the left foot into the strap, now that we've engaged the pelvic floor, opened up the hip flexors and the quadriceps, now you can wrap that left elbow in. Again, I do have the overhead grip. I still love using the strap. You can reach back with both hands. Again, find your pelvic floor engagement. Maintain the neutral hips. Kick the foot into the strap and allow the heart space to open up. You can actually give yourself some slack and let the foot come down to the floor. Or work drawing the foot to the head. You can keep the foot in the strap for now. And then Straighten through your right leg, coming into your half splits. Oh yeah, hello Venus. Slide the right foot forward as you walk the left foot back. Just go as far as feels comfortable. And really quickly, for those of you that aren't moving into your full splits yet, you can tilt the foot to the right, walk the hands to the right. Just supplementing the back bending with a nice juicy twist. Maybe right hand to the sacrum as you twist. Those of you that take it into your full Hanumanasana, you can, if you want to, take a little twist here. Walk both hands over to the right, maybe lower down to the forearms. So good. Maybe palms plant, press the palms together, draw your sternum towards your thumbs. All right. Gently release that. And yet again, we have the opportunity to work with the strap. Again, this is how you can start to close that energy loop so that you're working a cycle, a circle, very similar to the symbol, the glyph for Venus. Bending in the left knee. Again, if you want to, you can work the quad stretch, horseshoe grip, press heel towards seat. Send in breath. Maybe you can use the strap, you can go without the strap. I'm going to demo with the strap so you guys can see how to close the loop. Wrap the elbow in, press the palms together. And again, you can give yourself some slack so you can feel what it feels like to connect the foot to the floor with the closed loop. And then of course you can work drawing the foot to the head. All the delicious things. Keep that foot in the strap. Rebend the right knee. Walk the right foot behind your left wrist. Inhale as you find length. Exhale to forward fold it. Deep Ujjayi breath. Send it in, yogis. Again, putting in lots of twists so that you can massage the inner vertebral discs and continue to deep dive. But if the back bends are enough, and if you feel like you've dove as far as your body is willing, then please hit the stop, right? Put the pause button on. You can always come back to this practice. You can always do the back bends in different arrangements too, different parts of the sequence. Feel free to switch it up. Walking the left arm underneath the right. Set the left shoulder down. And again, right hand can reach back behind for your right big toe. Catch the foot, roll the right shoulder back. Absolutely amazing. And then gently release. Walk the hands back in. Again, I love working the quad stretch, especially with the back bends paired with hip openers, so that I can maintain neutrality in the hips and it doesn't aggravate the lower spine over time. So opening up the quads and the hip flexors as much as possible so we can bring the hips as low to the ground as possible. And of course, what's fun about the hip openers paired with the back bends is you can extrapolate and pull up energy from these different foundations in unique ways and then send that energy patterning system cycle directly into the heart space. And each of them allows the heart space to open up and unfold and unravel in its own way. So again, wrap it all in, catch the foot. What's nice about the strap too, instead of just the overhead grip, is you can really find where your neutral hips are in your hip openers so that you're not compressing the lowermost discs unnecessarily. And again, it gives you a sensation. Once you find that sensation, you can slowly tinker away at the stagnant energy. Maybe you decide to straighten through the leg. Rebend. Again, maybe walk the hands down the strap. Eventually foot to head. And then gently release. And we're done with strap for now until the other side. Walk the hands back in, pressing down through the palms. Tuck the back toes, engage the left thigh, lift the left knee up, slide the right leg to the left, set the right hip down, walk the hands to the right, left forearm lowers and gently twist. Bringing the spine out of toxins, deep ujjayi breaths. Now walking the hands back through to center, pressing down through the forearms, drag that right hip back behind, breathe into the psoas, muscle that connects the leg to the trunk. Walking the hands back in, pressing down through the palms, lift the hips up, left foot swings down 45, left arm extends forward towards front of the room, roll your left shoulder back. Maybe float up the right foot, left hand can catch the outer edge, reach it forward towards front of the room. Release, rebend the right knee, left hand plant, sweep right leg up and back. Maybe rotate onto outer edge of left foot, get light in your right hand this time if you'd like. You can take a yogi toe lock, maybe a bow shape, or an overhead grip. Option to flip it out wildly, full Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing, and roll it back into downward facing dog pose. Left foot points back towards midline, roll it back into your downward vinyasa if it's pleasing. Lift the heels, bend the knees, roll the spine forward into your plank pose as you inhale. Exhale, lower through Shabdha. Inhale, Urdhva. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog pose. Just one more side, yogis. From downward facing. Left leg extends up and back as you inhale. And you can bend in the right knee, coil up some potential energy with the right leg. And then when you're ready, gaze between the thumbs, arms stay straight, and pounce. Plug the fingerhead bone into the hip socket as you pounce. Pause in a warrior 3. Then warming up the heart space. Connect the legs together at the top. Squeeze the legs, and then slowly lower. Left foot down. Left foot can toe tap the left wrist. Right foot steps way back. Inhale, rise, high crescent pose. Both arms sweep up. A little bend in the right knee is fine. Keep the hips neutral. Pressing down through the left foot. Root to rise. Draw your right knee into your chest. Come to stand. Right peace sign, fingers and thumb. Catch the right big toe. And extend the right leg forward. Open the right leg out to the right. Maybe grow a tree branch. Maybe hinge the hips, slowly lower. Right foot down to meet the left. Rise and lift the right leg back up. Back through to center, reach across. Left hand catches outer edge of knee or outer edge of foot. Reach your right hand back and twist. From the navel into your twist, gaze over right shoulder, right fingertips. Back through to center. Interlace fingers around right sole of the foot. Slowly lower, pistol squatters, take it to the ground. And while you're down there, you can grab that trusted strap and then press it up, lift it up, root your eyes up. And help yourself up if you need to, no worries. Releasing the foot, hands to hips. Or branches here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep that right leg back, bend the right knee. Place the right foot into the strap. And small loop is fine. Or again, we can, if you don't have the buckle or the little metal fastening loops, then feel free to just catch the foot with your dog leash and start to walk the hands down the strap as you simultaneously kick with your right foot into the strap. So there's a simultaneous action, kicking the foot into the strap as you dive into the heart space. A couple more deep ujjayi breaths here. Then riding this cyclical energy
And eventually, on a glorious day, when you finally meet the buckle, and then not far behind is the foot. A couple more deep breaths. And then slowly lower it back down again. Release foot from strap for now. Standing splits. Re-extend right heel. Breathe into your left hamstrings. Handstanders, feel free to take it up one more time. Hands plant, middle fingers in line, thumbs in line. Push the floor away. Maybe left foot to right thigh. Figure 4, assisted scorpion sting. Melt the heart. Pull the gaze forward. Core stays engaged. Breathe into this space. Brush the Shiva bun with your toes. Slowly release. Left foot. Toe tap and step in between the palms. Right foot steps way back. Right knee lowers. Whew. Walk the hands up onto your left thigh. Interlace the fingers. Press the thigh away straight through the arms. And find your pelvic floor firming. And then let the hips dip down towards the floor. Core stays engaged. Left forearm can come to your left thigh. Now take the strap. Have it on standby. Bending in the right knee. Reach back with the right hand for the right foot. Come onto the fleshy part of the right knee. So you're not aggravating the knee joint. Opening up the hip flexors, the quadriceps first. And then foot in the strap. This is the easier, I think the easiest Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Alright, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana 2. So you don't have to have the super open hips. They're actually lifted off of the floor. So if this is the only one that you explore with the overhead grip, good on ya. Walk the hands down the strap and kick the foot into the strap. Maybe give yourself some slack too if you want, if you like to kick the foot down to the floor. And then maybe bring the foot to the head. And then gently release the strap, but keep the foot in the strap. Straight through your left leg. And again, if you're not taking the full splits, you can tilt the foot to the left. Walk the hands to the left. Breathe into the outer hip. IT bend, sacral region. Maybe left hand to the sacrum. Gently twist. And release. Back through to center. Straighten through. Left leg. Slide right foot back. Make your way into your splits if it's accessible. Feel free to stay in your half splits. No worries. If you are all the way down, walk the hands to the left, forearms to the ground, and gently twist. Breathe into the sacrum. Maybe palms plant. Press the palms together in namaste. Draw your sternum towards your thumbs. And then gently release. Rebending in the right knee. And you can work the quad stretch first. Press heel towards seat. Gently release the quad stretch. Again, gripping the strap. Wrap the elbow in so you can get a sensation of what it feels like to work the overhead grip. And in many instances, you actually need to create the shoulder opening first before you can actually dive into the heart space. Again, maybe give yourself some slack so you can get the foot back down to the floor. And maybe bring foot to head. Gently release your splits, rebending in the left knee. Walk left foot behind your right wrist. Release the left knee behind your left wrist. So it's okay, and as you find like exhaling to forward fold it, if some of this stuff seems inaccessible at first, let yourself be visually stimulated. So maybe you're just taking the hip opening sequence per usual today. Maybe some of you are actually working the overhead grip and then straightening the leg back without the loop, without the strap. So everybody is in their own unique arrangement of gunas, their own unique arrangement of limiting thought forms, varying densities of light manifest. So we are all working from our own stage of evolutionary development to ascend our vibrational frequency. And I'm just giving you these visual representations, demos of what is possible. Walk the hands forward, slide the right arm underneath your left, set the right shoulder down. Left hand can reach back behind, catch your left big toe and gently twist. Bringing the spine out of toxins, deep ujjayi breaths. Amazing. Gently release, and again, feel free if you're tapped out, you are good on back bends, you can totally skip here until those hips are open. You really don't want to take too many back bends so that you don't unnecessarily compress the lowermost discs. Really tune in and check in with your body and space. Those of you that are still ready to go deeper, bend the right knee, reach back with the right hand. Press heel towards seat, breathe into the hips, hip flexors, quadriceps. And then again, you can use the strap. Maybe you don't need the strap. Again, I love using the strap. So I'm kind of using the strap to demo for you guys how to eventually get the overhead grip, but I'm still really enjoying this demo and this expansion. Then you can work to straighten through that leg. Maybe foot to head. And then finally, release the strap. Whew. Walk the hands in, tuck the back toes, engage the right thigh, slide the left leg to the right, set the left hip down, walk the hands to the left, right forearm lowers and gently twist, bringing the spine out of toxins, deep ujjayi breaths. Amazing, and then walk the hands back through to center. Hands plant in front of your left hip. And of course you can drag that hip forward a little bit. Breathe into the psoas before pressing up, lifting up into your variation of plank. Right foot swings down, right arm extends. Roll the right shoulder back. Fall in triangle pose. Float the left leg up. Right hand can catch the outer edge, reach it forward towards the front of the room. Release, we bend left knee, right hand plants, sweep left leg up and back. Open it out, bend the knee, float a tree, maybe yogi toe lock in your Vashisthasana, side plank pose. Optional, bend the left knee and starts as a traditional bow-like shape, then eventually the flip grip. Release, left foot steps back behind, maybe full Urdhva Dhanurasana. If it's calling in. And we'll get back to your vinyasa. Right hand points back towards midline. Float back into down dog. And inhale. Roll the spine forward, plank. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Knees to mat, hips to heels, child's pose. Just as we started the practice, take a moment to absorb and integrate the new information. Rolling the spine up through the seated So I'm going to show you guys something that is relatively advanced, but again, feel free to just watch asana, just receive the visual stimulus. You don't actually have to try it. But this is one of my favorite entries into chin balance, which is from forearm balance, because much like the surface of Venus is really, really, really hot, this will turn your heart space into a furnace, and then you'll be able to set it directly down onto the floor and receive the instant expansion. So this is one of my favorite ways to enter the chin balance, and again, feel free to skip it and just watch, but do take a forearm dolphin pose, so down dog on your forearms essentially, to warm up the shoulders for some more back bends coming up. So this is a little bit more advanced. Feel free to just watch. Please just watch. If you've never done this before and this is completely new to you, then just receive this alchemical transmission. You don't have to try today, okay? All right, so forearms, again, about shoulder distance apart. Middle fingers in line, thumbs in line. Spread the fingers wide, Surya Astabandha, sun hands. Tuck the toes, hips rise up and back. Maybe one leg extends up, followed by the other. Again, you can just work dolphin. Feel free to just work your dolphin pose. Work the straight up and down to find your central core engagement. Push the floor away, ride those rooting rebounding forces back up the spine. Maybe work a hollow back first, just to kind of let the hips hang in space and find the muscle engagement around the lumbar. And then you can start to bring your scorpion tail down. Here we go. And it's literally like landing a plane. Just going to pull the chest forward and gently set it down. So delicious. Absolutely love it. All right, yogis, meet me in your Sphinx pose. If you're in Pincha, slowly lower it down and roll the spine forward into forearm plank. Set the hips down onto the ground. All right. So, again, moving into some more back bends. You can bring the elbows out wide. Palms come together. Bending in the knees, heels press together, and then rise the heels to heaven here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now take your strap. Strap comes around the feet, gripping the strap with both hands, like you're hitchhiking. Now kick the feet into the strap. This might be as far as you go. Maybe bend in the elbows, wrap the elbows in. Dhanurasana, bow pose. Feel free to roll into your belly or back onto your thighs. And then gently release. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side to release in your lower back. That one is delicious, and I'm really showing you how to use the strap. You can of course go with no strap. I still like to warm up my floor bow with a strap. All right, hands come underneath the shoulders. Press up, lift up your tabletop. Roll the front of the mat up. Now, if you'd like, you can just work hip dips to build your central core strength. Otherwise, traditional Ustrasana. So for your hip dips, let the hips dip down towards the ground and lift. Lower and lift. A few more. And then when you're ready, hands to hips, fingers pointing up or down. Press the hips forward, roll the shoulders back, puff the chest. Maybe one hand to an ankle followed by the other. Option 2, walk the hands down the thighs. Reach around, grab the front of the thigh, gently pull your way in. When you're complete, quads engaged, rise up, gently take a seat. Whew, all right. This is a really back bend saturated practice, so we're gonna start to work into our twists. If you wanna pause the video and take a couple more rounds, feel free. Release the front of the roll, cross the shins, roll over the legs, extend the legs forward. Draw your right leg in. Right leg comes up and over the left. Now you can, if you want to, keep the left leg straight. Relate onto the left seat, slide the left heel back. I've already done Ardha Matsyendrasana, so we're moving directly into Gomukhasana, cow face pose. You can bring the knees to stack, heels towards your outer hips. Again, feel free to stay seated upright, or I would highly recommend some side bends here to counterbalance the back bends. Right hand can come down to the mat, sweep the left arm up and overhead, side body stretch. Breathe into your left side. Inhale as you rise and switch. Left hand to mat, sweep the right arm up and overhead, side body stretch. Right, we want a happy spine. We want to make our body a great place to live in, right? Like the Taurus, the home body. Inhale as you rise. And then of course, the Gomukhasana arms, gotta get them in. Right arm extends up, bend the elbow, reach the left hand up the back for the fingertips. Inhale as you find length through the spine. And exhale, forward folded. So after we've done some side bends, then forward folding. Beautiful, rolling the spine back up through to seated. Releasing the arms. Shake them out. Hands come back behind and flare kick the legs. Again, that right leg can stay straight. Simple cross-leg position is fine as well. Draw your left heel towards your outer right hip. So we're in full Gomukhasana. If your body is giving you the go-ahead. Left hand to the mat, sweep the right arm up and overhead, side body stretch. Inhale as you rise. Right hand to the mat, sweep the left arm up and overhead, side body stretch. Inhale as you rise. And Gomukhasana arms, left arm extends, bend elbow, reach right hand up back for fingertips. Use the strap if you need it. Inhale as you find length. Exhale to forward fold it. Beautiful, rolling the spine back up through to seated. Release the arms. You can shake them out. Hands back behind. Straighten the legs out in front. Bounce the knees and windshield wiper the feet. Slide the flesh of the bone out from underneath. Inhale as you sweep the hands out of it. And exhale, forward fold. Amazing work today, yogis. Rolling the spine back up through to seated. Draw your knees in, soles of the feet come together, knees out wide. Baddha Konasana. Scoot hips towards the heels. Hands underneath the feet. Press the elbows into the inner thighs. Inhale as you find length through the spine. Exhale to forward fold it. Breathe into your lower back. So of course the feminine aspect can be used for manipulation and self-seeking gain, right? This charming, alluring aspect. But we really want to utilize the feminine aspect to attract the Kundalini energy up the spine, to redirect that energy inwards and transmute the negative aspect into a positive aspect. Rolling the spine back up through to seated. And I think we've all been had on both sides. Draw your knees in and slowly roll down onto your back.
Hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice warm embrace, rocking gently from side to side. And again, in order to embody, we kind of have to forgive how maybe the aspect of the feminine has been used against us in order to pull energy from us. Hug the right knee and extend your left leg out. Scoot the hips to the right, draw the right knee over to your left. Stack the right hip on top of the left hip. Roll the right shoulder down to the ground. And we can do that. We can forgive ourselves metaphysically by understanding the importance of the feminine aspect. Being able to maximize, to optimize our space holding potential so that the spirit can expand into more space in our sphere of existence. Back through the center, hug the right knee back in. Half happy baby, maybe leg behind the head if it's part of your practice. Deep Ujjayi breaths. And then gently release, hug the right knee in and switch. Hug the left knee in, extend the right leg out. Scoot the hips to the left, draw the left knee to the right. Stack left hip on top of right hip. Roll left shoulder down to the ground. Breathe into your lower back, side body, rib cage. We can also see why the masculine aspect is needed too. And even though we haven't done Mars yet, I still had to do some strength building aspects so that we could expand into this space safely. Back through to center. Half happy baby. Maybe leg behind the head. Optional. When you're complete here, gently release. Legs extend straight up. Wrap the elbows in. Press down through the upper arms. Engage your core. Sweep the legs up and overhead. Shoulders stand. Press chest towards chin. Breathe into the back of the neck. And again, Venus ruling the face for beauty, but also the sexual organs, reminding us it's okay to feel absolutely blissful as we go about this excavation. Hinging at the hips, feet to the ground, halasana plow, hands come behind the back, draw the shoulder blades together, press chest towards chin. Maybe bend the knees around the ears or squeeze. And then gently release. And really this expansion, this delicious harvesting of the shadows that have been orbiting, swirling around our auric field, pressing down to the forms of the chest up, crown head to the mat, is so delicious, like a delicious wine. Breathe into the front of the throat. Really learn to appreciate and love all of this expansion work. And gently release, happy baby pose, maybe. Legs behind the head, optional, Dvaipada Shirshasana, if it's a part of your practice, and maybe you're just thinking about it. Beautiful, and then gently releasing. Legs extend out, feet flap open, palms face up. Close the eyes and feel the abundance that comes with our expansion of consciousness. This energy that is now swirling straight through the spine instead of deviating out to the swirling entities. Feel your heart space expanding as we improve our own relationship with our own vessel, our own mind-body matrix. It improves our relationship with our external environment exponentially, ascending and raising our vibrational frequency for the benefit of all beings
while enjoying every moment of it. The highest light within me truly sees and honors the highest light within you. I thank you for your practice and your presence. Namaste.